Hey guys, good morning. I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel. Let's light a candle. Well, we might not get a candle. It just doesn't, it's too doity. I can see it. And if I can see it, it must be bad, because my eyes are terrible. Let's try it now. Not sure if it'll make a difference, but oh wow, that did make a difference. Oh, we might not get a candle. Strange. Okay. Let's light this candle to just get centered and have some fun in my room. There's a lot going on in the world, and it takes a minute to actually say, okay, I'm not going to pay attention to that for 30 minutes or whatever. I'm going to just have fun and craft. And that's what this candle means to me today. Let's take a breath. Okay. Today is the last day of Christmas in July hashtag Let's Craft Together, or Let's Make Together. So Tammy Van Antwerp and I started a hashtag, Let's Make Together. And for the month of July, we did Christmas in July. We did Satmore Makes. Seems like there was one more. Can't remember what it might have been, but the month of August, we're going to be doing other things. We're going to be doing summer, fall, Halloween, Summerween. Thank you to Nancy over at the Handy Scandy. So today's the 31st, and it's the last day of July. So this is my last day with my snowman. I'm not tired of him yet. Oh, shoot. I just bumped into a piece of that black soot. Oh, I got to get that off. So, where's my, what? I know I have them. So, I'm going to do the snowman today, and then tomorrow we will start Summerween. And we're hoping that you guys will jump in and use our hashtag and play along. Well, that was anticlimactic. Where's my spray bottle? That always works. For the month of August, hashtag Let's Make Together, we're going to do summer, fall, Halloween. So anything that reminds you of any of that. I was just looking through my stamps, and I have gorgeous flower stamps. I've got some really awesome camping stamps, and I've got some pretty cool Halloween stamps. So I don't know if I'll make a journal. It's kind of too short of a time. I don't know. We'll see. I do have a next journal in mind. Sorry for the yawn. I've had plenty of coffee. All right. I want to use this stamp. And it is from Petaluma, California. It's got a great big piece of wool. And it's G1331. 1994. I'm not sure about how that's going to stamp all out. So I'm really curious to see. And I am going to be using alcohol markers. So where is my alcohol? I went through, after my video last night, I went through and organized my drawer. Now I can't find anything. My door is just barely cracked open. If Doug comes in, I need to check on him. He is at the dentist, and he's having some work done, and I want to check on him when he gets home. If I'm still doing this video, then I will need to just pop my head out and ask him if he's okay for a minute, if he needs anything. It looks like it's going to stamp okay. I'm going to turn this over. This is just a scrap, so it'll be perfect. I have a question for you guys. I hope I don't forget. I'm not in love with that black. What if I did it in blue? Where is my cleaning thing? I need my, oh, there they are. I went around and cleaned, wiped down all my counters. I think I got allergy stuff going on. So I swept my floor and wiped everything down, and then now I need a permanent ink. How about Lush Lagoon? Let's try that. I never use these stamps. I got them at a D-Stash here, local gal. I guess it's been 3 years ago, or maybe longer, I can't remember. And they were like brand new, but I never use them. They're Gina K. Oh, they stink. We need another piece of scrap paper. Whew, gosh, that smells terrible. I think I can do something with that. I'm going to try it. So is this going to be okay with my alcohol? Hybrid ink pad. I'm going to try to, let's play with it and see if it is. So it bleeds just a little. I think I can work with it. We'll see. I might be sorry. So, Doug is at the dentist. Jaja has been, of late, actually she's been getting worse over time, but she's playing what we call the in and out game. Yeah, I want in. No, maybe I want out. Well, maybe I'll just wait until you sit down. She looks in the window when she's outside. And as soon as you sit your Fanny on a chair to eat or to watch TV or whatever, she taps on the door. Yeah, she thinks it's funny. I know she does, because when you come in from outside and you say, "You want to come in? Come on, let's go in." She'll sit her Fanny down on the cement like, "No, I don't want to come in." And then I've done this. I've gone in and shut the door and then watched her. Oh, that'll work out okay. And as soon as I move away where she can't see me, she walks up and scratches on the door. Little stinker. So this morning I was having my coffee, and I like to lay in bed and do YouTube and watch the news, and I don't like to wear my earbuds. So I do it in bed because Doug's out here watching the news and I don't want to disturb him. And she was doing the in and out game. And I heard him tell her, "Okay, this is the last time I'm going to let you out." And I knew that was not going to happen. I knew, oh, Jaja, it's not the last time. But she knew that. I already knew that. So when Doug left, she'd gone in and out and in and out and in and out several times. And so when he left, I got up. I was, putting dishes away and just doing stuff. And she, let's see, blue and pink? Maybe blue and red. Let's try blue and red. So she had me let her out, and then I let her in, and then I let her out, and then I said, "Bleep this. That looks too patriotic to me." And so I went and propped the door open. And we don't have a screen door, so I couldn't do it very long. And we don't ever prop the door open because we don't have a screen door on the front door. She just barked. She sat outside and barked at the door. And then she came in, and she just sat there and looked at me like, "Well, that's not very nice." I said, "You don't like that, huh?" She just looked at me like, "What in the heck is going on here, Mom?" That's not too bad. What about pink? I don't know, Carol. What about pink? Let's try, let's try this. That one feels like it's kind of almost out. Let's see, I don't think I like that. Ooh, what about this? It's kind of a mauve. I'm gonna do it. It's not my fave, but yeah, she was totally freaked out. She didn't appreciate my humor at all. I, on the other hand, thought it was, I got the biggest tickle out of it. She just sat there like, she side-eyed me for a while, and then she got up, and I went in the bathroom, made the bed, and was wandering around the house doing this and doing that. She came in the bathroom while I was putting stuff away and just sat there, stared at me. And she came out and stared at the door. It wasn't like she was sitting in front of the open door enjoying the sunshine. She sat to the side of it like, I'm not going out until you shut this door. Little stinker. You can tell I can't really see this, huh? That's not right. I just totally made that up. Let's do this again. I don't think I like this stamp. Just saying. It's not personal. I just don't think I like this stamp. Where is it anyway? Whew, God, that stuff smells terrible. Where the hell is the stamp? Oh, that's right. I cleaned it up because I thought I was done. One of the guys, Adonis from the construction crew, sent me a text yesterday. And he said, we'll bring your door tomorrow, and we'll be there, because they didn't show yesterday. And I had texted him and said, you guys aren't coming today, question mark? And he texted back and said, or messaged me back and said, we'll be there tomorrow on Friday and get you finished up, I think he said. And then a few minutes later he said, we're bringing your door tomorrow, because he knows I'm excited to get the door on there and get it all sealed in. And I said, you can't put the door on until we paint inside. And we can't paint inside until the inside's finished. No happy face, no nothing. I'm kind of over this, you guys. I'm trying to be peaceful. I am trying to be peaceful, but I'm also trying to be, I'm still trying to be kind and understand their situation, but I don't like being lied to. I don't tolerate being lied to. I don't like it one little bit. When you tell me you're going to do something and then you can't do it, just tell me the truth. Hey, we're not going to make it. Whatever. This job was supposed to take 3 weeks, and we're now on the 3rd month. So, there's that. I don't think I like the pink, so I'm going to go with red. And I'm going to go with this dark red, and I hear Doug. So in a minute, I will pop out there and see if he's okay. haven't been able to do. Doug was going to go ahead and try to do the outside paint, even though they're not done, because we'd really like to get some stuff done, but his, I told you about the paint machine broke. He had all the windows taped off and it kept blowing off. The paper kept blowing off. So he finally just took it all off. And he said he's just going to wait till they're totally done and then he'll go out and paint it. This is not my favorite stamp, I can tell you right now. Yeah, I don't love it. Okay, hold on guys, I gotta go check on him just real quick. Hey. Hey. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. What are you gonna do? What am I gonna do? Yeah. I don't know why. Well, you probably shouldn't do much. Why? Just take. All I did is grind some beans. I'm doing a video, so I'll come out in a minute. Of course, he breezed right through the dentist, drove himself there, drove home. Not me. I want a driver. I want all the drugs they have. I want to be in my pajamas when I get home. Because I'm a big baby. I hate the dentist. I don't know about him. That might not be my favorite stamp at all. I'm thinking it's going to get cuter though when I get it filled in, you know. We'll see. That's what I'm telling myself. That's my story. So I'm excited to do Summerween. Thank you, Nancy, for letting us jump on that hashtag. And this has been really fun. Let's make together. Really fun. And I just heard this morning about, what was it called? Stamp timber? Yeah, I think that's it. Stamp timber? I might have that wrong. No, I think it's stamp timber. Nancy May was talking about it, and I said, what the bleep is that? She said, oh girl, buckle up. Simon Says releases stamps. I don't know. I read it, but I don't remember what she told me. But it sounds like fun, so I'm probably gonna do that. I've been resisting buying. Well, I've sort of been resisting buying. I bought from Anna because I had to have my favorite stamp. That's what I should have used on this. Why am I doing this when I could be using my favorite stamp? I don't like this stamp. Sorry, whoever made it. I don't like it. I thought I heard a truck a little while ago, but... Oh, I hear a saw. They're here. Awesome. Yeah, I'm starting to kind of get an attitude, and I'm really trying to check myself and not get an attitude, but I'm frustrated. It's August. And we're both kind of at the point where we need to go to the cabin. To hell with them, let's just go. But then I think of all the times that I'm thinking, if I weren't here, what would they have done with that? What would they have done with this, you know? Like, which way does the door open? And how far do I want the sheetrock? And, you know. But then we stay home and they don't show up. It is really frustrating. I don't care for this stamp at all. I'm going to keep going, but because I know everything has a ugly stage, but I'm thinking this is probably going to stay ugly. I think this would be easier to work with markers. No, pencils. Because there's a lot of little stuff. And if it were pencil, you could, you know, outline and do fine lines. These markers, they're, even though it's supposedly the fine tip of it, it's still fat. I want to go play with wool. I've got it all downstairs, but I don't think I dare take it outside. It's so windy. And I don't know if that's good for the fires or not, because I don't like this at all. Oh, hell no. Nope. Nope. It's going in the trash. Does anybody want that stamp? I'll send it to you. Oh, my precious. Okay, let's trim this off. Let's see. Moving right along. It's not really that big, actually. Yeah, it's not that big. So let's cut it down a little bit more. Whoa, what happened there? What? Think this is too small? Nope. I did go and put all of my Anna White stamps together. And I don't normally, I've never understood why someone would arrange their stamps or dies or anything by maker, because how do you remember what that maker made? Well, now I know. When you love them to pieces, you remember, because they're your very favorite. So is this fast lasting? It's Memento. Please tell me that I can use it with alcohol, please. I don't think that's going to work. No, I squished too much ink out in it. It's going to be a mess. Yeah, I think so. Wait. Duh. Geez, I should just start the day over. There we go. I watched Angela this morning. She is working on her paper bag journal. I did a paper bag journal, one of my very first journals. It wasn't like that at all. It was just a journal. Well, that's cute right there. I don't care who you are. But I made a paper bag to hold it. And the paper bag was had tons of ephemera and stuff on the front. It's one of my very first journals I ever made. It was super fun, and I gave it to my daughter-in-law. Oh, I love you so much. This is going to be a snap. Because she, it. Because it's already cool. It's something complimentary. but not very dark. Yeah, the thing about pressuring these guys, I mean, I don't mind putting my foot down and saying, guys, you either got to get this done or we got to talk about other things. You know, I don't mind doing that. The issue is, though, once you do that, then they start hurrying, and I'm already not impressed with a lot of what's going on out there, so. And I'm too deep into it to tell them to pack their crap. When we went to Doug's birthday party, one of his oldest friends was a contractor here in town. And he built a lot of houses, his company. And then he became a realtor. And actually, we bought our first house from him. And he said, how's your wool barn coming? Or is it? And I said, Chris, I couldn't find words. He said, oh, I know. He said, it's so hard to find people that show up and do a good job. I said, yeah. What is up with that? Why? He said, I don't know, but it happened to me too. You know, he says, I can't get people to come and work. And he's got connections. And it's not just us. I mean, we hear it from friends all the time. A dear friend of mine hired a guy that she knew, and he had done work for him in the past, and he does a good job, to come do flooring. And, you know, he would come and then not come for a few weeks. And she'd have to text him and say, what are we doing? I'll be there Saturday. And then Saturday would come. And, you know, I mean, it's... Come on, guys. We were out there looking at things the other day, what would need to be done for him to paint and things like that, you know, what we needed to do, because I really don't want to hold them up at all either. And the more I looked around, Doug could just see the sadness on my face. He said, don't worry. We will get it right. I said, yeah, we'll come in here and work our asses off after we just paid bleep amount of money for someone else to do it. We'll come in here and clean it up. Bunch of bullshit. You can tell I'm not doing very well at keeping my cool. But, you know, we worked really hard for the money we're giving them. And it was a big decision to do this. This is what I love about this snowman. Is he's atypical, you know. Don't panic. Don't panic. I got a plan. And I think it's only right that he be the one, he or she, that this snowman be the one to round out the month. Yeah, Tammy and I are having a ball with Let's Make Together. It's fun in the comments, you know, listening to what everybody else is doing. Even if you don't, you know, you're not able to post pictures, I still love it. You know. Let's find a really warm green. What about this one? I think maybe that's too dark. Probably. What about one of these? What about this? Whoop. I don't know if it's the same kind of issues all over the United States or if it's just out here in the West that we have trouble. Finding help, you know. It's not just in construction, the restaurants are just begging for help. The hotels are begging for help. 3 years ago, I think it was, there's a farmer in an adjacent little town, and he always has the best produce, and you can go pick your own. And then he also has picked stuff that you can choose from if you don't want to pick your own. And I mean, you just can't get any fresher than that. So when I was canning, I would go out there. And he's an older guy. He's been doing it a long time. But he's older, and you know, he'd always have help out there when you'd go. I'm wondering about, I think I'm going to do his wings in a brown too. What do you guys think of that? But a different brown. Like, something warm and not too dark. I love this color, but it's too dark. But I could do the dots. And anyway, I went out there, and he just, gosh, the produce that he had out was wilted, and it was not fresh. I couldn't use it for canning. And he had hardly anything in the field to pick. I said, what's going on? You're usually chasing your tail about this time of year. And he said, it's not been a good year. He said, I couldn't find any help. And he's pretty, oh, that's the same color. Do I want that? I don't think I do. He said that he couldn't find any help this year. And he'd gone everywhere to try to find help, but nobody wanted to work. Let's try this. I don't know about it, but we'll try it. Looking for a different color of brown. Well, that'll be okay, I guess. Yeah, I felt bad for him. He said he'd gone to the Migrant Council and he'd gone to the employment office and he just couldn't get anybody to come to work. They were all just working the big farms. And I asked him, what about the churches? And he said they won't work in the farms. You know, he said, I can't get the younger kids, you know, to come work. And I sure felt bad for him. And I tried to spend what I could, but I basically bought vegetables I had to come home throw away. Don't know if I love that, but it's okay. Where's the green that I used? Let's use this for his scarf. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is, but it sure is sad. Where's my black? That's empty. This is by far my very favorite stamp. Okay, I want that lighter green. What did I do with that? Trying to give it a little texture. I guess I'll do his face that same color. I don't know. I don't remember how I did him last time. I need something lighter than this. Like almost fleshy colored. That looks like it might work, but this is not. Okay. Yeah, I got to change my attitude. My daughter used to say, your attitude, it makes you do the things you do. Your attitude makes you who you are. And she was itty bitty, she learned to sing that song. Now he looks like a teddy bear. I guess that's okay. I hear you, people. I hear you buzzing me. I'll call you back. I want to do white here. And I want him to have some red berries in this halo. Can't really see them, but let's see. Where's that really warm, dark brown? I am running out of ideas for dinner. I wish somebody would just make me a menu and say, here, this is what I want you to make. I would totally love that. Please do that. I'm not sure what that is right there. I don't think that's his wing. When Tammy and I starting tomorrow, we'll definitely want to post on Saturdays because we've decided we want to do our part to keep Sapmore Makes alive. I mean, our hashtag's not a big one, but we sure do miss Jill, and she's taking a little time off her family, and she had a lot of people participating in Sapmore Makes, and we want to try to support that effort. So We're going to be posting on Saturdays for sure, as long as we can. And then, no, that's not going to work. And then we'll just post videos whenever we can. One of the things I love about doing this is it's very low-key. And we want you guys to feel that way too. You know, no pressure. You don't have to do 6 tags or whatever. You can do summer, you can do fall, you can do Halloween, you can do tags, you could do a journal. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah, I really like that. Look at him, isn't he cute? And I'll probably put him on let's try a few on for size. I do want to cut him, and I won't do that and keep you guys. This one has pink on it, so I won't use that. Let's see if these already have stuff on them. No, this one doesn't. That would probably do well. I will get a die cut this out, and then maybe I'll put some gingham behind him. But I really want to go check on my husband, so what I'll do maybe is I'll keep him on my desk, and y'all can, I'll see him, I'll show him to you when I come back tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. Now I have a question. I can't believe I remembered this, but I'm really glad I did. I pulled this out yesterday to use it, and I thought, well, that's dirty, because it looks dirty. Do these mold? This is an embossing ink pad. I bought it used. It's very old. Is there a chance that that could be mold? Have you guys ever had an embossing pad mold? And if so, do I just toss it, or can I put alcohol on here, and or will that ruin them? I don't know. So that was the question I had. Have you guys ever had anything like that happen? Miss Tina. So I think I will do red and brown of some degree. I just love him. Anna, I could just squeeze your cheeks for making him. Sweet Miss Daisy Designs over on Etsy. I love the sentiments. I love everything about this stamp. And he will not go on what I had prepared for the other one. That is a hell no. So, I'm going to end this video because I want to go check on my husband. Ooh, ow, it's burning. I think this might be done. Look, it's clear down there, Tina. But I have a backup, thanks to her. All right, let's all take care of each other, guys. Bye.